Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of our go-home episode of Fight Night on the way to Bulletproof, and let's not waste any time. The Hulk in the ring, Professor Hulk, as the personality who will speak to us. He has something he wants to say.
No disrespect, but let's dial things down out there. We've got some business that needs to be attended to. I'm here because there seems to be some question as to whether or not I'm the best. So maybe it's time to prove it.
Obviously, Hulk's lack of victory is starting to get to him, and perhaps some of the criticisms from it. Once again, Professor Hulk speaking to us. Obviously, this would be a very different conversation. We'll be speaking to one of the Savage Hulks.
When I got to the arena tonight, I immediately smelled something terrible. It made me sick to my stomach. At first, I thought maybe there was a backup in the sewer system. Then I realized that a certain superstar had gotten here before me.
Clearly, Hulk has someone specific in mind. I think we all know, based on recent events, who that is.
This chump doesn't really deal in reality. I think he's a few jokers short of a full deck. So let me put my cards on the table. Magneto, I'm better than you in every way. You try and test me, you're gonna fail. It's that simple. Many have tried before you, and look where they are now. So it's time for you to join their ranks.
Well, it looks like Magneto has something to say about the harsh words doled out by Hulk here. Not going to stand for it much longer as he makes his way to the ring. Darker attire than we're used to seeing him in. Obviously not his ring attire, but perhaps reflecting the mood of the Master of Magnetism, as he seems to be fearless in his casual stride towards the big green monster in the ring. Braver man than I'll say that much. Looks like he's gonna grab a microphone. We've gotta imagine he has some choice words of his own to share. Hulk looks surprised that Magneto had the courage to step up to him as well. You know who I am, and you know why I'm out here tonight. There's been a lot going on in MFW, and to state the obvious, I've been overlooked long enough. The look on Hulk's face, I don't think he's very much impressed with Magneto.
I'm sure you have a perfectly good reason for being out here. I'm even more sure, whatever it is, that I don't and won't care.
An angry and, as we've established, unimpressed Hulk making his opinion of the man felt. Oh, come on, you don't have another catchphrase to hurl my way? What's the matter? You run out of fortune cookies or wherever the heck you get your crap from? I'm not here to sell t-shirts, bro. I'm here to conquer, and you're in my way. Both men seemingly unimpressed with one another.
Do you even realize the trouble that big mouth of yours is getting you into? Because I'm not the type of guy who just stands by and lets jerks like you run me down. Keep going, because all you're doing is making me angrier. And there's nothing more satisfying than taking that anger out on you.
Isn't it supposed to be you wouldn't like me when... You know what? I'm not going to correct him. Are you? I want to break you. I want to break your face, your legs, your hands, your feet, your arms, your back. I want to completely and utterly break you. I want to break not just your body, but your spirit too. I want to end you. I want you to be miserable for the rest of your sad, pathetic life. This has escalated quickly.
I'm sure this all looked and sounded really scary when you were practicing in front of the mirror, but I gotta say, there was something lost in the delivery, because I'm not feeling a damn thing.
At some point, it's gonna have to just come to a head, neither man willing to back down. Really? That's what you have to say? That's really weak, like on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being really impressive. That was a -4. I am not impressed. I guess I was expecting too much from you. As the saying goes, expectations lead to disappointment, and color me disappointed. The only color I think Magneto should be concerned with right now is green, as in the big green monster standing across from him that he's clearly pissing off. Can't hear right now what's going on between these two, but it looks like there's... Oh, a headbutt! But the helmeted dome of Magneto endures it. Hulk looks shocked. And I think we're about to break down here. This war of words has turned into a brawl as Magneto fighting back against the big green monster. Hulk, tired of the losses, tired of the gossip that comes with it, having to face those likes of Darkseid, sneak attacks, falls count anywhere matches, Magneto's assault after the match they last had, the fact that he tapped out on the outside. Magneto apparently not sure whether or not he wants to continue the assault on Hulk or get to the safety of another part of the arena, but that hesitation getting him sandwiched in the turnbuckles. Clearly Hulk has had enough. These two fighting tooth and nail. Got him. Military press over his head. The sheer power. Down he goes. And a big clothesline as things have broken down. We'll try to restore order here. Referee somehow keeping Hulk in check. But we'll get security rounding them up as we get ready for singles action. We have to keep this show rolling, folks. The Vigilante division has been one of the staples of Fight Night ever since its inception. Even before the title was crowned on the man who's making his way to the ring right now, this stranger who sort of emerged from the birth of our multiverse after the Flashpoint event that changed everything. Vanguard. Even before he held that title around his waist after defeating Spider-Man, it's become such a big part of Fight Night. And the man he's going to face before he takes on Daredevil to defend his championship at Bulletproof is someone that Daredevil has faced one-on-one and who he eventually faced in six-man tag action to earn that #1 contendership spot. He is a staple in his own right of the vigilante world of comics, period. Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, looks to do battle and pick up a big, meaningful victory over the champion here tonight on Fight Night. Who knows if he could pick up a victory, what that would mean. Perhaps the title picture would change for the pay-per-view at Bulletproof, but this is a chance to show that he is championship material up against this stranger, this unknown factor, who has been, since his debut, undefeated, running roughshod over the Vigilante division. Punisher, obviously a more brutal, aggressive, no-nonsense sort of vigilante. It'll be interesting to see how he pairs with this Vanguard fella. Let's not keep our fans waiting. Referee, ring that bell and let's get this moving. Already straight into a back-breaking neck breaker there. A little 1-2 combination from Punisher. No feeling out stage. Ooh, elbow to the top of the head. No test of his strength. No trying to figure out each other's skills. Just going straight for the high-impact offense. Ooh, and a bicycle kick to the chest as Vanguard levels his opponent and now stepping on the hand. Vanguard saying, if you want to get brutal, I can get brutal right back at you. It's been an interesting test of skills. Obviously, Daredevil beat Punisher. Jumping DDT there. If Vanguard can beat Punisher as well, it bodes well for the match. Keeping these two fairly even, both in momentum and skill level. But if Punisher picks up a win, that would undermine a lot of the momentum and confidence of this Vanguard. Ooh, a bicycle knee to the jaw. Punisher trying to fight back, but into the pin quick is Vanguard. Referee trying to get into position. Only a 1 count. Obviously, we saw things have broken down already with Hulk and Magneto. As Vanguard comes into the triangle armbar here. And now a very aggressive fight between Punisher and Vanguard. Also, the challenger for the Vigilante Championship at Bulletproof, Daredevil, will be in action against the man he faced, that Vanguard faced, I should say, last fight night, Nightwing, a man who was prepared for this emergency matchup just in case Fury's fears came to pass, as they did. Hydra interfering and cutting the main event short. So an impromptu second main event was made. This man, Vanguard, faced Nightwing. Ooh, he's getting brutalized right now with those fists to the face. Picked up a big win over somebody with a very similar skill set to Daredevil. Oh, 2.5. That was a close one there. Those trademark mounted blows from Punisher. Not enough, though. As now he's setting up for a finish. Could this be it? Into the Dragon Sleeper. Trying to get the champ to tap out. This could be it. A quick submission. Vanguard struggling, but no! Rolls through. Somehow escaping. As we were saying, though, Nightwing was prepared. Jumping shot. Because he's such a parallel to Daredevil, such similar skills. Now Daredevil has a chance to fight Nightwing and prove himself against the same man. Vantage point nailed. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Daredevil and Nightwing, obviously sort of a Marvel DC dream matchup. Two very, very similar combat styles. Be interesting to see how that match plays out. Oh, big miss. Punisher dodging the missile dropkick to the back of the head. Now putting the boots to the champ. Series of clotheslines here as Punisher tries to fight back into this. It's any man's match at this point. Another series of aggressive fists. And now he's busted open. The champ is bleeding. Punisher can look to take advantage. Oh, wait a minute. Vanguard fighting him off into a bicycle knee to the face yet again. Now stuck in the corner there. Fighting out with a clothesline. Punisher and Vanguard just taking each other move for move. Both men struggling to keep the advantage pressed. Perhaps going for another sleeper. Locked it in. And rolls through immediately. Starting to get used to that move is the champ. This doesn't bode well for Frank Castle. Knees into the back. Gotta wonder what Vanguard's thinking here. As he works the leg. Ooh. Combination of kicks here. And now a roundhouse to the side of the head. Punisher could be out cold. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Vanguard picks up the win. A roundhouse to the side of the head after a combination of kicks to the chest. Knocks him out cold. And the champ picks up a big victory. And momentum continues to build for the undefeated champion moving towards Bulletproof and the Vigilante Championship match. Punisher still in the ring. A lot of respect here, clearly offering a handshake to the champ. Great display of sportsmanship between these two. We've seen the champ in action now, picking up a win. Now we're about to see the challenger. Can Daredevil knock off Nightwing and keep his own momentum building towards that title match at Bulletproof? We're about to find out. Once again, thank you all, as always, for joining us. Absolutely love having you with us. Remember to hit that like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Throw us some comments. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know the stuff you like seeing. Just your thoughts on everything. I love reading them. All your input as fellow nerds means the world to me. As Matt Murdock making his way to the ring right now to entertain you all. And if you don't want to miss a thing, remember to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you catch every new episode as it comes out. As this man, Dick Grayson, makes his way to the ring. One of the proteges of the Omega level champion Batman, Bruce Wayne. Nightwing, an impressive acrobat, combatant, detective. A skill set very similar, as we've said multiple times already, to Daredevil. So it'll be an interesting contest to see how he fares against someone with such a matching set of talents. However, if Daredevil can knock off his opponent and continue to build momentum alongside the champ, that bodes very well for the competitiveness of that title matchup that's coming up. It may be the first really big challenge on the plate of this mysterious Vanguard individual. As we ring that bell and get this singles match started. Obviously, still to come is our main event, that triple threat for the inaugural Femme Fatale Championship, as our women's division looks to crown a champion at the top of the hill. Ooh, big heel kick. And Daredevil already confident. Might be a little too early to be taunting, but got to admire the confidence, if nothing else. Oh, dropkick to the spine. Catching him sandwiched in that turnbuckle. Oh, and a brainbuster. Dropped him hard on his head. That looked ugly. Ooh, series of strikes now. Oh, was going for a Hurricane Rana, but reversed into an alley-oop. Perhaps knowing that one would pull off a similar move. Moonsault there standing. Allows one to counter so quickly. It's such quick thinking. Nightwing now cranking the neck of Daredevil. Into the pin, obviously, is probably not going to be enough, but wearing down the opponent, a valid strategy, especially with a high flyer. You want to ground them, wear them down, make it more difficult for them to get to the top rope. Oh, and a Hurricane Rana. Daredevil suddenly right back in this. Into that chin lock, that side headlock. Thinking the same strategy apparently is Murdoch, wearing down Grayson. Once again, a little overconfident perhaps by the potential challenger, but if you're trying to send a message to the champ, showing that confidence obviously has its place. It's not an entirely misguided strategy. A gamble, certainly, but not entirely without merit. Single leg facebuster right into a kip up. Daredevil not even allowing that move to slow him down. That move obviously for the Red Skull would be a finisher. Puts more impact into it, but it's a more quick impact move for a cruiserweight like Nightwing. Meant more to stun his opponent, but Daredevil didn't even stay down. Popping right back up. Nightwing doing his best to maintain the advantage in this match, but Daredevil not letting him have it. Oh, what do we got? What do we got going here? Could be a suicide dive. Oh, over the top! The rotation, a beautiful suicide dive over the top rope. A senton without even touching the ropes from Daredevil. The kind of risk that both these men willing to take. Ooh, big hit into... Ow! Canadian Destroyer! A flipping pile driver. Head first driven. After that brainbuster earlier in the match, you have to be concerned for the health of Nightwing. Big elbow drop here. 1, 2, only a 2 count. He's been driven head first into the mat from that brainbuster and then followed up on with that sunset flip pile driver, that Canadian Destroyer, head first into the mat. Absolutely brutal offense from Daredevil, not sparing this man in the slightest. Trying to make an impression on the champ. This is certainly one way to do it, as he sets up, could be the end. flying spot, and he has busted open Nightwing with that move. 1, 2, 3. Nightwing unfortunately picking up yet another loss in a tight, competitive matchup. First to the champ, now to the challenger. Has to be disappointing for young Dick Grayson. Young Master Dick will have to go back to the drawing board, figure out a strategy moving forward, but Matt Murdock continues to build momentum towards his title match with the Vigilante Champion, Vanguard. Can't wait to see the match between these two guys. I think it's going to be fantastic. Unfortunately, Dick Grayson not able to capitalize on this opportunity. But we move on to the women's division, the Femme Fatale division more specifically, because our Femme Fatale Championship will finally find its home around the waist of one of these three women. The first making her way to the ring was very impressive early on in our episodes of Fight Night when she established herself as a credible threat, Catwoman. Catwoman, obviously a staple of DC Comics, especially of the Femme Fatale genre, has been the heroine, has been the villainess, has been everything in between, and both the rose and the thorn for Batman. But tonight, it's not about the bat, it is about her chance to become the first ever Femme Fatale champion. But she's got to go up against two very, very dangerous opponents. There'll be no walk in the park, that is to say the least. And making her way to the ring second, representing the Brotherhood, who has been quite successful, as we've seen from Magneto's success over some of the biggest names on the Fight Night roster, as we've seen from the recent success of Sabretooth and Juggernaut against Wolverine and Colossus, and Mystique's success in gaining the first of the spots here towards a championship opportunity. Brotherhood doing very well for itself. Mystique looks to nail the coffin of the other factions by being the first of the four to grab a championship. Obviously, you would imagine if she could do that and the other three could follow up on their ambitions, it would be one of the most powerful stables in the company. But it has to start somewhere, and perhaps it starts here tonight. But she's got one more opponent who hasn't made their way to the ring, who might be the deciding factor in whether or not that comes true. Be curious to see how this woman, this powerhouse, Jessica Jones, plays into a match that would have been between two more acrobatic, more quick, more defensive, more nimble opponents whose offense and defense are more based on their flexibility and their agility. To throw in this monkey wrench of a far less graceful, far more brutal, aggressive Jessica Jones. That powerhouse style. I'm looking forward to this matchup. So let's not waste another moment. Let's get the referee to make this official, as these three women battle it out to become the first ever Femme Fatale champion of Fight Night. You see the title right there. That strap ready to go around the waist of one of these three individuals. That's what is on the line. All three women willing to do whatever it takes to win it. This is the title that solidifies you as the top of the mountain of the female roster here on Fight Night. Oh! Leaping DDT. Mystique looked to break it up with a dropkick, but didn't quite get it. Into a snap suplex, though. And this is what you got to worry about in a triple threat match, is having eyes on the back of your head. You can take out one of your opponents, but it means nothing if the other gets to jump on you in the process. Jessica Jones wisely allowing, Mystique and Catwoman to deal with each other, but not so wisely turning her back on her opponents to rile up the crowd. That was a big mistake. She made a wise tactical decision staying out of it, only to make that foolish mistake, turning her back on two very crafty opponents. Right now, Mystique rolling out of the ring as it's, oh, knee to the face. Jessica Jones and Catwoman inside. Jones using that power offense, pump handle, toss. Oh, and a big slap. You could hear it echo. The strikes and the raking claws of Mystique, just trying to do as much damage as possible to Jessica Jones. Slipping out of that scoop slam attempt. Both of these more acrobatic women going to have to find ways to use that power offense against Jessica Jones, like we just saw slipping out of those big power moves. Ooh, another big strike. You can hear it connect. No mercy from any of these three women, just hitting each other with everything they've got. A series of elbow strikes here. Oh! Just see her back of her head snap off that bottom rope. Could risk a concussion after that one. Absolutely ruthless combination from Mystique to Jessica Jones, as now she's left alone with Catwoman. Oh, we could see a body double here off the ropes. Into the pin. 1, 2, broken up just at the last moment by Jessica Jones. Great save. That body double finisher from Mystique, nearly putting things away. Oh! Spine busted on top of the back of Catwoman's head. And going for the pin on the sandwiched Catwoman. Not a bad strategy, only a 1 count. But hit that big spine buster right on top of the back of Catwoman's head, only for Mystique to roll out of the ring. So what does she do? She goes for the pin on the competitor who was hit beneath. Oh, we could see the finish here. Pop-up powerbomb incoming. Plants it into the pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Jessica Jones is your first ever Femme Fatale champion. Congratulations to her. Grabbing the title. First ever champion. We see the body double here. We thought it was over. Mystique getting that pin, only for Jessica Jones to interrupt and break up the pin. And then this spine buster right on top of the heads colliding, it looked like. Went for the pin on Catwoman while Mystique was recovering. It wasn't enough, but then she followed up immediately with that pop-up powerbomb, and we have a new Femme Fatale champion. Congratulations once again to Jessica Jones, and congratulations to you all for joining us yet again. I am so pleased every week and every episode that we share this with you. I hope you love it as much as I do. It's so much fun. I pour my heart and soul in this because I love all the stuff that this involves, and I hope that you can feel that. And I'm really pleased every time you decide to come back and watch this little foray into my madness. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Don't miss a thing so that you can keep coming back. Bulletproof is up next, our second pay-per-view. Please join us for that. And remember, if you're having a bad day, or if you just need somebody to talk to, or maybe you just need a smile, I hope that if you don't have somebody with you right now who you can talk to, that you can at least share a little bit of time with us so we can make you smile and we can make you laugh. Let's leave the world a better place than we found it.